Hello children, good morning. Today I am going to teach you the part of life process in which respiration. This is the part of life process. According to lesson 1, we have completed the process of life process, and in the life process we have learned about the nutrition, respiration, transportation, excretion, and so this is the part of life process, because respiration is that process. Without respiration we cannot live, so we can say that respiration is a process of life. Okay, here we will discuss about respiration. What is respiration? In lesson 1 you have learned about photosynthesis, and if you understand photosynthesis, then there is no term of respiration, because respiration is the interchanging of photosynthesis. Opposite of photosynthesis, it means photosynthesis, and in the process of photosynthesis we have learned that CO2 and H2O, the molecules of CO2 and H2O forms glucose plus oxygen. But here we will learn about the respiration. Respiration is that process in which releasing energy from food is known as the respiration. That process by which released energy from the food is called respiration. And also we define that respiration is that life process in which when the combination of oxygen with our food and make glucose, water and CO2, water and energy, this process is called respiration. We can see here glucose plus oxygen formed CO2, H2O and energy released. This process is called respiration. When glucose combined to oxygen, when food oxidized and formed carbon dioxide, water and release energy, this process is called respiration. Okay, respiration, the type of respiration, it means there are two types of respiration, two methods for respiration: aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Before the knowing of aerobic and anaerobic respiration, we will learn here about the ADP and ATP. After oxidized of the food, energy is stored in the form of ATP in our cell. It means after absorbing energy, after obtaining energy stored in the form of ATP in our cell, in the body cell. Here we will discuss about ADP and ATP. What is ADP and what is ATP? ATP, the full form of ADP ADP, adenosine diphosphate. ADP, adenosine diphosphate, and ATP, adenosine triphosphate. We can see here, if the molecules of 2-phosphate, then we can say that adenosine diphosphate, and if the phosphate, the 3 molecules of present in the form of ATP, then we can say that this is the ATP. Okay, and here the process of 2, such as the energy released during respiration and stored in the form of ATP, such as ADP and 1 molecules of phosphate and combination with energy, then forms ATP, and ATP is a high energy. It produced the amount of high energy. ADP, 1 molecules of phosphate, and that energy which are released by the process of respiration, that energy is combination to combined here and formed ATP, and this is the form of high energy. And when we needs ATP, and this is the process to a store of energy in the form of ATP. Here ATP is stored in our cell. Here ATP is stored in our cell, but whenever we need the amount of energy, then this ATP breaking down and release ADP, phosphate and energy. And this energy are responsible for completing all metabolic action in our cells, for using in the cells, such as digestion, transportation, respiration. So these 2 methods take place in the form of ADP and ATP. Now we will discuss about respiration, difference between respiration and breathing. Respiration is the process of that process in which oxygen combined with food, oxygen combined with glucose and formed CO2 and H2O. And breathing is that process in which taking oxygen from the air and release CO2 from our cell. This process is called breathing. Respiration is a biochemical process because they are related to the biochemical. So this is called biochemical process. And breathing is a physical process. Biology, it means respiration is a biochemical process and breathing is a physical process. Okay? And now we will discuss about anaerobic and aerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration and aerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration, that respiration which take place in the presence of oxygen, presence of air. This process, this respiration is called aerobic respiration. Aerobic, air aerobic. That respiration which take place in the presence of air, this process is called, this respiration is called aerobic respiration. And anaerobic respiration, that process of respiration in which it take place in the absence of oxygen. So this process of respiration is called anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration, that process of respiration which take place in the absence of air, absence of oxygen, then we can say that this respiration is called anaerobic respiration. Now we will discuss about the differences between anaerobic and aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Differences between aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration take place in the presence of oxygen. Anaerobic respiration absence of oxygen. They take place in the presence of oxygen. They take place in the absence of oxygen. In the process of aerobic respiration, complete breaking down of the food. So, if in this process the food is complete breaking down, then they produce a large amount of energy, and they are absence of oxygen, they take place on the absence of oxygen. So they partial breaking down of the food, in the process of anaerobic respiration. And so if they partial breaking down of the food, if they break partial breaking down of the food, then they produce a less amount of energy. And aerobic respiration, the end product of aerobic respiration is CO2 and H2O. CO2 and H2O, and product of anaerobic respiration is ethanol, CO2 and lactic acid. This is a product of anaerobic respiration, such as ethanol, CO2 and lactic acid. And aerobic respiration released a large amount of energy, and anaerobic respiration released a less amount of energy. So we can say that in the process of respiration, two process take place, aerobic and anaerobic respiration. And aerobic respiration presence of oxygen, and anaerobic respiration absence of oxygen. They completely breaking down of the food, and they partial breaking down of the food. The end product of CO2 and H2O of the aerobic respiration, and the end product of anaerobic respiration is ethanol, CO2 and lactic acid. They produce a large amount of energy, but they produce a less amount of energy. So also we can say that ethanol, CO2 and lactic acid, they produce only in the process of anaerobic respiration. And ethanol are produced in the process of fermentation. You will learn about ethanol. You have learned earlier in classes about the ethanol, the process of ethanol. And ethanol, CO2 and lactic acid are only produced by the anaerobic respiration, and that process by which ethanols are produced, this process is called fermentation. And lactic acid is that acid which is stored in the curd and also milk. And if we work hard, then our muscles produce an acid, and known as the lactic acid, and this acid and by this acid we can say that lactic acid provide a large amount of cramps and pains to the muscles, and lactic acid is very harmful and useful, both are also, because lactic acid, when we work hard our muscles get cramps and pain, and tired, then we can say our muscles get stored in the form of lactic acid, and cured and milk, both in the both substances containing the acid, they are called lactic acid. So now we will discuss about respiration in plants. And respiration in plant taking their process of in the process of respiration, leaves, stem, also root. So the respiration of plants and animals both have the capacity to do respiration, such as plants and animals both. You can see the process of photosynthesis. You have seen that CO2 are absorbed by plants for completing their process of nutrition, completing their food, making their food. But plants also get oxygen for completing their process of respiration. Plant gets CO2, it is true, but it is also true that oxygen are also get by plants for completing their process of respiration. From the roots, from the stem, and from the leaves, they also get oxygen from atmosphere. Okay, during the day plants release oxygen and get CO2, but during the night plant absorb oxygen and release CO2. So that two method, and plant respiration and animal respiration both are the process of life which are very essential for the survival, and plant respirate through roots, through leaves, and in the presence of leaves a part of which exchange the amount of CO2 and oxygen, which are called stomata. Stomata exchange the gases of CO2 and H2O from atmosphere and complete their process of respiration, and during the day plants get CO2 and release oxygen, but during night plant get oxygen and release CO2. Thus the process of respiration, the one part of respiration is going to be end. Next class we will discuss about deeply in the plant respiration and animal respiration. Plant respiration and animal respiration both are very essential, and in our next video we will discuss about animals respiration and plant respiration. Thank you.